Jiha was the deadliest mercenary in Korea. Wherever he went, no one survived. His fiancée, Rana, was the only source of warmth in his brutal life. But one day, to cover up an illegal deal, a presidential candidate named Park Gwon-soo sent his men to kidnap Rana. Jiha rushed to the scene only to see Park Gwon-soo leaving with an evil smirk. Suddenly, a gunshot rang out. Rana collapsed in a pool of blood. Jiha stood there helplessly until a sudden blow knocked him unconscious. When he woke up, he inexplicably found a gun in his hand. It was clear that his organization had abandoned him and framed him for Rana's murder. Fortunately, Jiha managed to escape the trap. Now he vowed to return to Korea and avenge his fiancée. Meanwhile, Anna, a girl who had been locked up by her stepmother since childhood, escaped once again. During her desperate flight, she crossed paths with Jiha. When she learned that he was Korean, she desperately begged him for help. But Jiha wanted nothing to do with her situation and walked away. Soon, Anna was captured again. Just as she was losing hope, Jiha suddenly appeared and told her to run. The pursuer tried to stop him, only to become the target himself. Even though Jiha was badly wounded, he fought like a wild beast. He landed a powerful knee strike, threw the man over his shoulder, and finally finished the fight with a chokehold. Only then did he realize that the man was a police officer. Jiha panicked and fled through the subway, only to see Anna trapped inside a car. She begged him for help with tears in her eyes. Jiha paused for a moment, but then chose to walk away because he already had enough problems of his own. 6 months later, Jiha hid his identity and lived quietly in Seoul as a repairman. One evening, he was called for an emergency repair job at a high-altitude location. However, he had forgotten his ID, so the guard refused to let him inside. A kind janitor noticed his situation and helped him get through. Inside the elevator, she gently reminded him that it was a windy day and told him to be careful. Jiha secured his safety harness and descended from the building with ease. Inside the room below, a woman secretly poured white powder into a glass of wine.
Just then, Congressman Jang Se-jun entered.
He was one of the leading presidential candidates in Korea. He quickly drank the wine and looked forward to spending a private evening. But suddenly, Jiha appeared outside the window. Jang Se-jun turned around in panic. Moments later, he became dizzy and collapsed. The woman gave Jiha a triumphant wink before pulling the curtains shut. At the same time, masked men dressed in black stormed the building. Jiha sensed the approaching danger and urgently told the janitor to leave. Before she could react, she was attacked and collapsed in a pool of blood. Jiha threw a screwdriver and broke through the thick bulletproof glass. He rushed toward the janitor and tried to wake her up. Unfortunately for the attackers, they had chosen the worst possible time to confront him. Fueled by rage, Jiha took down one heavily armed attacker after another with his bare hands. During the fight, he noticed a distinctive scar on one attacker's wrist. Soon, a private army arrived, forcing the masked men to retreat. After seeing the janitor taken away in an ambulance, Jiha quietly slipped away. Chief Ju later looked at the screwdriver on the table and was shocked that a repairman had managed to break such thick glass. When he saw Jiha's face on the security footage, fear filled his eyes. It turned out that Jiha had once been one of the best soldiers in Korea's Special Missions Unit. After being rescued, Jang Se-jun called his wife to cover up his affair and deal with the mysterious repairman. Hearing this, Eugene was not surprised. Their marriage had always been a political transaction. Jang Se-gun had used her family's influence to strengthen his presidential campaign. While Eugene waited for the chance to become South Korea's first lady, she immediately ordered Kuk Chae-won to send a private army to kill the repairman. Meanwhile, Jiha was packing his bags at home. Suddenly, he heard a noise outside and immediately became alert. From above, he saw enemies surrounding his property. However, Chief Ju requested that the mission be cancelled because all those men could be killed. But Kuk Chae-won did not take the warning seriously. He had no idea that his elite team was being crushed by a man they believed was just a repairman. Fortunately, Jiha chose not to kill anyone. Within moments, everyone was lying unconscious on the ground. By the time Chief Ju arrived, Jiha was already gone. Chief Ju sighed in relief when he realized that no one had died. To stay safe, Jiha traveled to a quiet rural area. On the way, he helped an old man repair his broken car. That simple act of kindness earned him a temporary place to stay. Meanwhile, Eugene was furious with Kuk Chae-won for failing his mission. Chief Ju explained that Jiha had once been his best special forces soldier before being wrongfully discharged. He also revealed that Jiha now worked for Blackstone, a powerful international military organization. Chief Ju said that capturing Jiha would be extremely difficult, even for their private army. But Eugene did not care. She was determined to have Jiha killed. Soon, an assassin discovered Jiha's hideout. He tied up the elderly couple and covered them with gasoline, preparing to burn them alive. At the last moment, Jiha returned. He moved quickly, dodging every attack and striking back with precision. After a fierce fight, he finally overpowered the assassin. Jiha angrily asked why he had targeted the elderly couple. The assassin explained that his orders were to eliminate anyone who helped Jiha. After a brief conversation, the assassin admitted that Eugene was the one who had ordered the attack. Not wanting to put anyone else in danger, Jiha decided to confront Eugene at her mansion alone. Eugene was not surprised to see him. Instead, she flirted with him and casually remarked that he looked handsome. Jiha ignored her comments and warned her not to hurt him or anyone close to him. He told her that the next time they met, it would be the day she died. Just then, armed guards stormed into the room. Eugene mocked Jiha and told him there would never be a second meeting. The guards restrained Jiha and threw him into the trunk of a car. Inside the trunk, he noticed some engine oil. He poured it onto his hand, enduring the pain, dislocated his thumb so he could slip out of the handcuffs. Moments later, the guards heard a strange noise coming from the trunk. As soon as they opened it, Jiha kicked one of them away. He quickly knocked out another guard with a few punches. Then he grabbed a gun and fought his way back into the mansion. This time, Eugene no longer looked confident. She finally realized that she had seriously underestimated Jiha. Suddenly, an unexpected young woman appeared. It was Anna, the illegitimate daughter of Jang Se-jun. After her mother's suicide, Eugene had secretly kept Anna imprisoned in Spain for 15 years. She had only recently been brought back to Korea. Filled with anger and resentment, Anna screamed at Jiha and urged him to pull the trigger. Before he could respond, more guards rushed into the room. Jiha grabbed Eugene and used her as a hostage. He demanded a car and then revealed that he had hidden a phone inside a flower pot. Jiha explained that he had recorded Eugene's statements and everything that had happened. If anything happened to him, the recording would be released. He then destroyed the phone right in front of her. Eugene panicked and agreed to follow his instructions. However, while they were driving away, the car suddenly accelerated. Jiha immediately sensed that something was wrong and warned Eugene not to try anything. Eugene looked frightened and insisted that the car had become uncontrollable. She said that even the brakes were not working. Jiha looked outside and noticed a motorcycle following them. He realized that someone was remotely controlling the vehicle. He tried to shoot at the motorcycle, but the car windows would not open. To make matters worse, the windows were bulletproof. With no other option, Jiha ordered Eugene to make a sharp left turn. He quickly switched seats with her and took control of the vehicle. Jiha slammed down on the accelerator, trying to escape the motorcycle. Once the signal was interrupted, Eugene managed to press a button that opened the window. The car spun around, giving Jiha a clear opportunity to fire at the motorcycle. Seeing what was happening, Chief Ju immediately ordered his men to deal with the motorcycle. But it was already too late. The car raced into a nearby construction zone. After completing their attack, the bikers tried to escape. However, the speeding car suddenly crashed into them. At the same time, Jiha struggled to regain control of the vehicle. The car eventually flipped over. Both Jiha and Eugene were badly injured and unable to move. Fortunately, several workers nearby managed to pull Jiha from the wreckage, but when the vehicle suddenly caught fire, the workers panicked and ran away. Jiha ignored the danger and continued trying to open the door to rescue Eugene. Just when the guards believed it was too late, Jiha emerged from the flames with Eugene in his arms. Seconds later, the car exploded. Jiha shielded Eugene with his own body and protected her from the flying debris. That moment completely changed Eugene's feelings toward him. She ordered her secretary to take Jiha to the hospital and told them to save him at any cost. Soon, news of the presidential candidate's wife being involved in the accident spread across the country. Some lawmakers suspected that the attack had been arranged by her husband's political rival, Park Kwon-soo. The hospital director personally visited Eugene, but Eugene was concerned about only one thing, Jiha's condition. She refused to relax until she knew that he was safe. Later, she helped make her husband look more presentable before he faced the media. Jang So-jun appeared in front of the cameras looking exhausted and devastated. He publicly blamed himself for his wife's injuries. He then announced that he was withdrawing from the presidential race. He claimed that he would spend the rest of his life protecting vulnerable people. His speech created a massive public reaction. Instead of losing support, his popularity increased even further. Meanwhile, Chief Ju visited Jiha at the hospital. After a brief conversation, he offered Jiha a position in the private army and promised to provide him with a new identity. But Jiha refused. He no longer wanted to work for any organization. He had already been betrayed and abandoned twice. Now the only thing he wanted was to find the man responsible for his fiancée's death. By coincidence, Jiha encountered Park Kwon-soo inside an elevator. The sight of him brought back painful memories. Jiha reached for his weapon, ready to take revenge, but suddenly he struggled to breathe. Ever since his fiancée's death, Jiha had been suffering from severe trauma. The security guard helped him out of the elevator. Jiha watched the doors close while feeling completely helpless and furious. The guard then told him that Park Kwon-soo had more political influence than any of the other presidential candidates. That meant getting close to him would be extremely difficult. Jiha returned home and began working on a plan. He built a small explosive device designed to detonate when the target came within range. The following day, Ji-ha visited a barber shop that Park Gwon-soo frequently used. He pretended to have lost his wallet and convinced the clerk to leave the area. While no one was watching, Ji-ha secretly placed a tracking device inside Park Gwon-soo's pocket. The bomb was already hidden above the revolving door. Just as the plan was about to succeed, a boy suddenly ran ahead. Ji-ha panicked. Luckily, the door malfunctioned, forcing Park Gwon-soo to leave through a side exit. The guard immediately sensed that something was wrong and tried to verify Ji-ha's identity. When Ji-ha noticed a scar on the guard's wrist, he realized that this was the same man in black who had broken into the building earlier. Ji-ha decided to finish their unfinished fight. As backup forces arrived, Ji-ha was forced to retreat and escape to the rooftop. He quickly put on the safety harness he had prepared in advance. To his surprise, a car was waiting below with Eugene inside. She told him that his identity had been exposed and that getting revenge would now be even more difficult. She then offered him a deal. If Ji-ha joined her, they could work together to take down Park Gwon-soo. This time, Ji-ha agreed. On his first day with the team, Ji-ha immediately became the center of attention. Chief Ju promoted him directly into the elite VIP team. However, the team leader was unhappy with the decision. He warned that the other members would never accept a newcomer being promoted so quickly. Ji-ha did not bother arguing with him. Later, at the bathhouse, the team members decided to teach the new recruit a lesson, but they had no idea they were picking a fight with the wrong person. At first, Ji-ha casually played along with them. Then one by one, he took them down with ease. He quickly proved that his fighting skills were far beyond theirs. Soon afterward, the team leader assigned everyone their new missions. Ji-ha's first assignment was to protect Eugene's stepdaughter, Anna. Chief Ju explained that Anna had to remain completely hidden until the presidential election was over. Ji-ha followed his orders and carefully monitored everything happening around the villa. Late one night, Anna suddenly left her room. Ji-ha immediately became alert and watched her movements. She went into the kitchen looking for something. After searching around, she found a packet of ramen and happily started dancing. Seeing her innocent reaction, Ji-ha could not help but smile. Anna placed a pot on the stove but struggled to light it. Looking disappointed, she hugged the ramen packet and walked away. Ji-ha became worried because he had no idea how to tell her that the gas valve was closed. Frustrated, he stepped onto the balcony. Then he noticed something unusual on the roof. He climbed up to investigate. Fortunately, there was no danger. Anna was sitting on the roof, eating ramen and feeding a stray cat. A moment later, the mother cat called its kitten back. Watching them leave together reminded Anna of her own mother. She became emotional and started crying. Ji-ha quietly entered the attic and discovered a photograph of Anna with her parents. He felt sorry for the lonely girl. The following night, Ji-ha prepared hot water for Anna before returning to the control room. When Anna entered the kitchen, she discovered the thoughtful surprise. As she prepared her meal, she seemed to sense that something was different. Suddenly, the surveillance screen went dark. Ji-ha immediately panicked. He switched between different camera angles until he finally found her again. On the screen, Anna was dancing alone in the kitchen like a carefree child. Ji-ha could not help but smile at her happiness. Soon afterward, Eugene received news that her aunt had died. She prepared herself carefully because she was about to inherit her aunt's enormous fortune. Security at the funeral was extremely tight, and regular guards were not allowed inside. So Eugene asked Ji-ha to disguise himself as her driver and protect her. After the memorial service, Eugene headed to a private family meeting. Before she entered the room, Ji-ha secretly placed a special pen inside her bag. He told her to press it if she ever found herself in danger. Sure enough, the moment Eugene entered the room, the door was locked. The family lawyer announced that her aunt had left all of her shares to Eugene. The atmosphere immediately became tense. Feeling suspicious, Eugene pressed the pen. Outside the room, Ji-ha listened to the entire conversation. Her uncle offered to purchase all of her shares for 3 times their actual value. Before Eugene could respond, her husband accepted the offer on her behalf. It was all part of a trap they had planned together. Eugene angrily stood up but accidentally knocked the pen away. She had now lost her only way to call Ji-ha for help. Ji-ha immediately realized that she was in danger. He grabbed an umbrella and rushed into the building alone. 6 guards were waiting in the hallway, but Ji-ha took them all down with ease. He then triggered the fire alarm, causing the sprinklers to activate and flood the meeting room. Everyone inside panicked and began shouting for the guards to open the door. Seeing Eugene soaked and helpless, Ji-ha felt a little sorry for her. He opened the umbrella over her and gently told her not to worry. At that moment, Eugene saw him almost like a knight appearing to rescue her from danger. She began to trust this dangerous yet unexpectedly caring man. Because of this incident, Ji-ha was granted special access to the company's headquarters. With the hunt for Park Gwon-soo about to begin, Eugene wanted to learn more about Ji-ha's past. However, Ji-ha remained silent. Eugene then revealed that their headquarters possessed an advanced artificial intelligence system containing information from around the world. The system, which they called the Magic Mirror, responded only to Eugene and could answer almost any question she asked. Her honesty eventually convinced Ji-ha to open up. He revealed that Park Gwon-soo was responsible for his fiancée's death. The Magic Mirror immediately analyzed Park Gwon-soo's past activities and uncovered shocking information. It discovered that he had secretly supplied weapons to local rebels. Rana had discovered their illegal operation while working as a translator. That was why they had silenced her. Meanwhile, Anna saw on the news that her father would be attending a church event the next day. She believed he had not visited her because of her stepmother's threats, so she decided to escape once again. While her female bodyguard was away, Anna secretly slipped a sedative into her coffee. She then took the woman's ID and wallet, disguised herself as her, and quietly escaped. Anna went to a care home to visit the maid who had once looked after her mother. Although the maid's memory had deteriorated, she still remembered one thing. She repeatedly warned Anna's mother to run before Eugene killed her. Hearing this made Anna even more convinced that Eugene was responsible for her mother's death. Meanwhile, Eugene was helping her husband improve his public image. Together, they walked into a church while holding an elderly woman's arms. But they were shocked when Anna suddenly appeared on stage dressed as a nun. Jang So-jun immediately lowered his head in fear. If the public discovered that he had an illegitimate daughter, his presidential campaign could be ruined. The bodyguards wanted to intervene, but the priest stopped them. When the singing ended, the other nuns left the stage. Anna remained behind, standing silently with tears in her eyes as she looked at her father. Jang So-jun did not dare to meet her gaze. Meanwhile, Eugene was prepared to eliminate Anna if necessary. In the end, Anna said nothing and quietly walked off the stage. Ji-ha immediately followed her, but all he found was a note. In the note, Anna begged her father to come and take her home. However, Jang Se-jun had no idea where she was and even blamed her for creating more problems. Meanwhile, Anna was sitting in a park where she had once spent time with her parents as a child. Nearby, some girls were taking selfies and accidentally captured Anna in the background. That single photograph soon created a major crisis. The security team used the picture to track Anna down. Anna sat there hoping that her father would come for her. But when she opened her eyes, she saw Ji-ha standing in front of her. He handed her a strawberry ice cream and told her that her father had sent it.
Bought it.
Anna smiled and immediately started eating it. A few moments later, she began struggling to breathe and eventually collapsed. The maid revealed that Anna was severely allergic to strawberries. Without hesitation, Ji-ha performed first aid and tried to keep her breathing. Because of Anna's sensitive identity, Ji-ha could not take her to an ordinary hospital. Instead, he rushed her to the company's private medical facility. Seeing Anna in such a weak condition made Ji-ha feel guilty. Fortunately, the doctors treated her in time and she survived. As Anna looked at Ji-ha through the doorway, she remembered his kindness and felt a small sense of happiness. Later, Ji-ha learned about Anna's tragic childhood from her trainer. Her mother had died when Anna was very young, and Anna had immediately been sent abroad. Hearing this made Ji-ha feel even more sympathy for her. When Eugene learned that Anna had regained consciousness, she immediately went to visit her. But Anna deeply hated Eugene. She believed that Eugene was the person preventing her from reuniting with her father. Eugene then told Anna a painful truth. She explained that Jang Se-jun was selfish and would never sacrifice his political future for someone he loved. Meanwhile, Jang Se-jun was flirting with a makeup artist, unaware that the entire situation was a trap arranged by his political rival. After giving a passionate speech, he followed the woman into a private room. As he began getting undressed, the woman secretly took an anesthetic from one of the guards. Ji-ha witnessed everything from the hallway. He immediately warned Jang Se-jun to get dressed and leave. By then, the police had already surrounded the room. Ji-ha grabbed Jang Se-jun and rushed him outside. He had risked his own life to save him for one important reason. He needed to tell Jang Se-jun that Anna had attempted to harm herself after eating strawberries. Jang Se-jun was filled with regret. He explained that he had stayed away from Anna because he was still under Eugene's control. He believed that only by gaining the highest position of power could he protect Anna. Otherwise, Eugene would hide her somewhere he could never find her. He ordered Ji-ha to protect his daughter at all costs. At the same time, Eugene learned that her husband was at the private medical facility and immediately checked the security cameras. Jang Se-jun carefully chose his words because he was afraid of revealing too much. He even pretended that he did not know Anna was allergic to strawberries. After everyone else left, Anna hugged her father and began crying. She told him that Eugene had killed her mother, but Jang Se-jun refused to listen. He warned Anna never to make such accusations again because they could destroy his political future. Hearing this, Anna finally realized that she really was a burden to her father, just as Eugene had told her. Eugene herself began questioning why she had risked everything for a man like Jang Se-jun. Soon afterward, Ji-ha brought Anna back home. Anna noticed that Ji-ha was different from the other guards. Whenever she was around him, she felt safe. As they stepped out of the car, Ji-ha noticed someone taking photographs nearby. Years earlier, when Anna was living in Spain, a famous designer had accidentally photographed her while she was running away. He had been fascinated by her appearance and offered a large reward to anyone who could help locate her. Ji-ha came up with a clever plan to protect Anna. He asked the trainer to leak information to the media, claiming that Anna was the mysterious girl the designer had been searching for. Soon, reporters surrounded the house. Eugene became terrified that Anna's true identity would be exposed. She immediately sent assassins to eliminate Anna, but Ji-ha was prepared. He quickly took down the snipers positioned outside. Then Korea's top assassin arrived. The two men faced each other and engaged in an intense hand-to-hand battle. Neither fighter was willing to back down. Meanwhile, the female bodyguard dealt with another assassin who was hiding in the crowd. Anna bravely stepped outside the villa. She told the media that her mother was the late actress, Hai Rin. Eugene was extremely nervous, but she never expected Anna to reveal that her father was the late director, Go Jun-ho. Just then, the secretary deliberately used a camera flash to trigger Anna's panic. Meanwhile, Jiha finally won the evenly matched fight. Afterward, instead of blaming Jiha, Eugene praised him for his performance. The secretary believed the entire situation was part of Jiha's plan. Eugene suspected the same thing, but she had already fallen for the man who had betrayed her. From that day onward, Anna and Jiha grew much closer. Even more surprisingly, Anna was willing to sit down and have a meal with everyone. For the first time, she felt like she was part of a normal family. Meanwhile, Jiha returned to headquarters. The secretary warned him not to interfere with Madame's affairs again. Jiha ignored her and walked straight into the meeting room. Eugene asked him why he had helped Anna. Jiha accused her of being heartless. Whether it was the elderly couple or Anna, Eugene was willing to eliminate anyone who stood in her way. He told her that he would never allow Anna to suffer the same fate as Renea. Although Eugene was upset, she composed herself and focused on their main objective, taking down Park Gwon-soo. Their top priority was finding solid evidence of his illegal dealings. As Eugene exited the elevator, she saw her half-brother taking Anna somewhere. She immediately became suspicious and demanded to know what he was planning. Chi Xiang-wan explained that he simply wanted to take his niece out for something delicious. Eugene had no choice but to let them go, so she ordered Jiha to accompany them. However, Chi Sung-wan had already prepared a trap. Before long, Anna disappeared from Jiha's sight. When Eugene heard what had happened, she completely lost her temper. She ordered her private army to search for Anna immediately. Unexpectedly, Cho Sunung-wan called Jiha and revealed Anna's location. Jiha rushed there and finally relaxed after confirming that Anna was safe. Earlier, Anna had discovered that everyone who learned her true identity eventually became a target. Because of this, she decided to cooperate with her uncle to protect herself and the people around her. Chi Sunung-wan also saw an opportunity to take everything away from Eugene. Over the next few days, Anna and Jiha spent time together like a couple, enjoying their newfound freedom. For the first time in her life, Anna experienced what true happiness felt like. She soon realized that she had genuinely fallen in love with Jiha. Then Anna obtained the investigation report concerning her mother's suspicious death. The report revealed that Hye-rin had not simply died from sleeping pills. Instead, she had suffered terribly before her death. Determined to uncover the truth, Anna appeared on Eugene's talk show. During the live broadcast, she publicly announced that she would uncover the real circumstances surrounding her mother's death. Eugene immediately realized that Anna had become a dangerous threat that could explode at any moment. She ordered the secretary to eliminate Anna, but instructed her to spare Jiha. Soon, several assassins disguised as workers secretly entered the villa. Jiha noticed an unconscious guard and immediately sensed that something was wrong. The disguised attackers put on gas masks and released poisonous gas from several containers. Jiha quickly instructed Anna to escape through the ventilation shaft. He then called Eugene, but the secretary answered instead. Jealous of Eugene's feelings for Jiha, the secretary decided to betray her orders and instructed the assassins to kill both Anna and Jiha. By then, the bodyguards had already been severely weakened by the gas. Jiha struggled to defend himself against the attackers. Seeing him in danger, Anna rushed in with a fire extinguisher to help. Eventually, both of them were overwhelmed and lost consciousness. Meanwhile, Jang Se-jun was framed for a crime and locked inside his office. As a result, he was unable to attend the presidential vote scheduled for the following day. The mastermind behind the setup was his political rival, Park Gwon-soo. Eugene immediately called an emergency meeting. Their only remaining option was to eliminate Park Gwon-soo that very night. Jiha accepted the dangerous mission, but he had one condition. Eugene had to spare Anna and hand over the secretary to him. The loyal secretary agreed to the arrangement. However, the moment she left the room, she secretly ordered the team leader to kill Jiha that night. Eugene was deeply worried about Jiha's safety. She even told him to return immediately if the situation became too dangerous, but Jiha assumed that she was only pretending to care. Before leaving, he gently promised Anna that he would return safely. At the same time, Park Gwon-soo received information that assassins were planning to attack his residence. He immediately headed toward a secure hideout, unaware that the entire situation was part of Eugene's plan. Jiha and the team leader disguised themselves as police officers and followed him. The cautious assistant suddenly used a secret code word, exposing their identities. Fortunately, snipers were positioned nearby and provided them with cover. Park Gwon-soo rushed inside under the protection of his guards, but Jiha and the team leader continued pursuing him. him. During the chaos, the team leader was shot. At the critical moment, Jiha fired back and saved his life. He then pushed through the flames and entered the safe house just before the door closed. Inside, Park Gwon-soo fell to his knees and begged Jiha for mercy, but Jiha could not pull the trigger. He had promised Anna that he would return alive. Instead, he ordered Park Gwon-soo to release his teammates. Then he called Eugene. She immediately realized that Jiha was in serious danger and agreed to negotiate with Park Gwon-soo. Soon afterward, Jang Se-jun was cleared of all charges. He then announced that he would join the ruling party. Meanwhile, the team leader refused to betray the man who had saved his life and ignored the secretary's call. As soon as the mission was over, Jiha rushed back to Anna's side. At the same time, Jang Se-jun stormed into the villa, furious. He warned Eugene that if anything happened to Anna, their agreement would be terminated. Eugene was heartbroken. She regretted falling for him when she was young and sacrificing everything to support his political career, only to be abandoned like this. But Eugene quickly regained her composure. She dressed carefully and went to see Jiha. However, he was celebrating with Anna and the rest of the team. Eugene watched them from a distance before quietly leaving. Sadly, she had met the right man at the wrong time. After the mission, the team leader fully accepted Jiha. Their bond grew stronger. The next day, Jiha returned to headquarters and found everyone praising him. Word had spread that he had saved the entire team by himself. Even the arrogant secretary had started to respect him. However, their main objective remained the same, taking down Park Gwon-soo. Eugene discovered an important clue through the magic mirror. One of the people connected to the illegal deals was the president's son, Kim Suk-han. Jiha followed him for several days and realized that he might be hiding evidence capable of exposing several powerful politicians. He instructed his team to keep a close eye on Kim Suk-han while making their surveillance obvious. When the time was right, the guards removed their disguises in front of Kim Suk-han and walked away. Feeling suspicious, Kim Suk-han rushed to the church only to discover that the memory card was still safely hidden. That was when he realized he had been tricked. Jiha chased after him but was intercepted by several men in black. Kim Suk-han jumped into a car and tried to escape. Just then, Park Gwon-soo's men appeared and attempted to take the memory card from him. Kim Suk-han fought back and ran as fast as he could, but eventually found himself trapped in a dead end. At the last moment, Jiha arrived and saved his life. He managed to grab the memory card, but a bullet struck him in the stomach. Unsure whether he would survive, Jiha hid the memory card in the grass. Just then, Chief Ju arrived and rushed him back to headquarters. Eugene panicked when she saw Jiha covered in blood. She ordered the doctors to save him at any cost. The bullet was removed, but Jiha had lost too much blood and fell into a coma. For the first time, Eugene prayed for God to save the man she loved. Fortunately, after a difficult operation, Jiha survived. Meanwhile, news broke that the president's son had been attacked. Jiha became the prime suspect and was wanted throughout the city. Soon, police officers arrived to search Eugene's company. Powerful businessmen, including Chi Sung-won, held an emergency meeting. They knew that if Eugene obtained the memory card, all of them could be exposed, so they decided to proceed carefully. Meanwhile, Kim Suk-han woke up in the hospital and remembered that Jiha had saved his life. He ordered his men to stop hunting Jiha. Watching the police withdraw, Eugene realized that Jiha must have obtained important evidence. She immediately ordered Chief Ju to find the memory card. At the same time, Jang Se-jun was also searching for it. It was his only chance to defeat his political rival and escape Eugene's control. When Anna heard that Jiha had been injured, she immediately rushed to the company to see the man she loved. She even got down on her knees and called Eugene her mother. Eugene was completely stunned. She took Anna to headquarters and explained that Jiha was still in critical condition. Eugene promised to save him, but only if Anna agreed to leave Korea immediately. Anna accepted without hesitation. After saying her final goodbye to Jiha, she left for Spain as promised. However, the moment she boarded the plane, Park Gwon-soo's men abducted her. Meanwhile, Chi Sung-won joined forces with Park Gwon-soo. Together, they began preparing a massive scheme against Eugene. Chi Sung-won had already bribed Kook Chae-won. He then stormed into headquarters with hundreds of pounds of explosives. His men quickly took control of the building and captured the guards. Eugene sensed the danger and locked herself behind a bulletproof door. Choi Sung-won activated the bomb's timer and threatened Eugene, demanding that she hand over control of the company. Just then, Park Gwon-soo called and demanded that Eugene hand over the memory card. Following Jiha's subtle signal, Eugene claimed that she did not have the memory card. Kook Chae-won confirmed that her statement was true. Jiha then offered to retrieve the card, but only if Park Gwon-soo promised to protect him. Seeing how badly Jiha was injured, Park Gwon-soo agreed. Jiha urged Eugene to let everything go and start a new life. She remained silent. Then she simply said that it was a shame they had not met under better circumstances or at a better time. Once Jiha left safely, the real death game began. Eugene ordered the magic mirror to locate the traitor's family and contacted local assassins to eliminate them. Kook Chae-won immediately fell to his knees and begged for mercy. He even offered his own life as punishment for his betrayal. Eugene then announced that whoever killed Choi San would receive $1 billion bounty. However, Choi San revealed that he was carrying a bomb sensor. If he died, the explosives would detonate immediately. Eugene appeared to have anticipated this possibility. Meanwhile, Jiha finally found the memory card, but he was suddenly attacked. Chief Ju arrived just in time and saved him. Jiha decided to release the contents of the memory card immediately. Otherwise, both the company and Eugene would be in danger. Jang Se-jun disagreed. He pressured Jiha to hand over the memory card so he could achieve his political ambitions. Jiha had grown sick and tired of dealing with all these greedy people. He decided to take revenge on Park Gwon-soo in his own way. He blew up the safe house, but no one was there. A guard told him that Park Gwon-soo had kidnapped Anna. If Jiha wanted to save her, he would have to hand over the memory card. After finding out where Anna was being held, Jiha slammed on the gas and sped away like a man possessed. Soon afterward, Park Gwon-soo learned that the memory card was with Jang Se-jun. He ordered Jang Se-jun to bring it to headquarters if he wanted Anna back. Jang Se-jun had no choice but to agree. When Jiha arrived at the factory, he was surrounded by a group of thugs. Even so, he fought his way through them with incredible skill and determination. But he was still too late. Anna had already been moved to another location. Jiha learned from the assistant that once the bomb was activated, it could not be stopped. It turned out that Park Gwon-soo had planned to eliminate all his enemies in a single attack. At the same time, guards were escorting Anna to the company when they were suddenly attacked. Earlier, the secretary had seen the live footage from headquarters and rushed there to help. She managed to bring Anna back to headquarters, but Choi Sung-won suddenly shot her. He took Anna hostage and entered the meeting room, demanding the memory card from Jang Se-jun. Eugene tried to stop him, but was shot. To protect his family, Jang Se-jun finally handed over the memory card. Badly injured, Jiha arrived at the company and warned Jang Se-jun that the bomb could not be stopped. After checking the situation, Chi Sung-won realized that Park Gwon-soo had tricked him. To make matters worse, the building's internal power supply was shut down. Although the magic mirror switched to backup power, the elevator stopped working. Eugene was in critical condition. Before she lost consciousness, she finally revealed the truth about Anna's mother's death. 15 years earlier, Eugene's father had sent one of his men to kill Anna's mother. Eugene had considered calling for emergency help, but she could not bring herself to do it because she believed love was something that could not be shared. Even after learning the truth, kind-hearted Anna still chose to save Eugene. Meanwhile, Jiha planned to use a safety rope to rescue everyone. However, Chi Sung-won took Anna hostage and escaped first. Before leaving, he shot Jiha in the leg and threw away their only safety rope. Seeing this, Jiha made a bold decision. He returned to convince Eugene to leave with him, but Eugene told him that she was exhausted and simply wanted to rest. The other 4 survivors helped each other reach the elevator. Jiha instructed the team leader to cut the elevator cable. There was a safety space beneath the elevator that could potentially protect them from the explosion. But suddenly Jang Se-jun appeared. He admitted that he had not been a good father, but said he wanted to do something for Anna now. He returned to the meeting room and dragged the bomb inside. It was the only way to reduce the impact of the explosion and protect the others. Eugene begged him to leave immediately, but Jang Se-jun chose to stay beside her until the very end. Thanks to the efforts of their teammates, the 3 people inside the elevator survived. A month later, Jiha testified before an international court against the Blackstone Group for harming civilians. He then returned to Korea and made Park Gwon-soo pay for everything he had done. The secretary killed Choi Sung-won, finally avenging Eugene. Anna became the sole heir to the Kaol family. However, she had no desire for the immense power Eugene once possessed. Instead, she exposed the secrets contained on the memory card, sending Korea's political and business world into turmoil. Afterward, Anna and Jiha moved to Spain and began a new life together, finally free to live happily.